Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this episode of Playing Every Division in the Game. Today, we're going to take a look at the 26 Guard Rifle Division, which were formation marked for Bagration's first wave against Orsha, where the German had their biggest stronghold there. It was facing off against the elite 78 Sturm Division, so it sees this division reinforced with a host of special assault units. It was stripped of most towed anti-tank artillery and anti-aircraft guns, but it compensates with self-propelled variants and heavy fighter bomber support. And I don't think I'm going to like this division much, but we'll see. It was by far one of the strongest of the Soviet close quarters anti-infantry division, but it will require more skill to defeat an armor-heavy opponent. So let's see what they have here. This we're not going to take. Of course, we could take these if they come in interesting trucks, but they don't. They come with this, and I couldn't care much about that, but it will help us against heavy infantry assault. So, and they're not gonna waste their ammo in the air like the Aftrax. So maybe we could take them. They only got 400. They are 12 millimeter bullets. So we will take them with the veteran recon so that we can see further and better. They do have snipers that will take the first wave of snipers. Only two, but it's phase A, so might as well take a couple, and then we can take for phase B as well in these trucks. So phase B, we're gonna see eight of these trucks total. Roaming the battlefield, trying to suppress the enemy. It's gonna be good. I like to take these things to annoy the enemy and keep his mind busy with something else. We could have taken these troops as well and for extra infantry, but I feel we're not gonna need extra infantry with this division. You can see here that it's pretty much filled. We'll take these troops, the Cherno. I find they're really good infantry. You just spam some of these a bit everywhere, and they fight a little bit. They lose a couple men's, but they're 10 men strong, so it's not a big worry. Then they retreat, they come back, they fight a bit, they retreat, they come back. It really pisses the enemy off because they're hard to kill off, and so they're good for that. And this is the reason why I'm taking them. Plus, at 15 points here, they're gonna be really cheap. So yeah, although they do come in a truck that is pretty slow. Let's see, 60 kilometer on road, so that's not much. They'll take a bit longer to go. So you don't send them. You don't send these as your main force. You need to have a faster troops, and these are going to be it. The Gavardia. We'll take them 1 star, phase B, and phase C. We'll take a leader in phase A. So these guys got 4 cards, so we'll use this. That's a lot of officers for phase A. And we'll use these in phase B. 8 is plenty enough as well. This is gonna be able to create a big defensive line with that. Just one thing though, I'll take the phase A one in regular Studebaker, just so that they don't arrive. Like you send them to the front line in phase A, they arrive before your infantry, they get killed. That's a bad thing. I want them to arrive at the same time of my line infantry. This is gonna do just that. Then what else can we get? We could get these for forest fighting, and I think we will in phase. Phase B or C? No, wait. Let's see what else they got. They got Strafnitsky, Stormvicky Rocks, Saperi, Gavardia DP. Automachiki. I think we're gonna take the Autos instead. Boom. And some in phase A as well. With the Saperi in phase B. How fast is that truck? This is probably slow. 30, 45, 35, 70. How is it that the Studebaker is faster off-road than the ZIS 42? Off-road, this should be a little bit faster, but anyway, not here to debate. We'll take the Saperi. Well, you know what? Saperis. No, they're good. They're good. We can take them. So, what else could I take? At 4 points is going to be pretty expensive, so they better be good. The Strafniki, maybe, in phase B. These guys are good. Okay, so there you go. Here in phase A, we're going to have Chernos, just to fill in the ranks and annoy the enemy with the cheap infantry points here. We're going to have the Gavardia at 1 star, but they're going to be boosted by the leaders with the Automachiki. Automachikis are pretty good in the forest, and so they're gonna be trying to, or in towns, they're gonna be just like there to give some tough fights to the enemy in phase A. Then in phase B, we're gonna see a lot of unit. They're gonna be the regular infantry, the Gavardia, 1 star with boosted by the officers. There's gonna be some more Automachiki to fight the forest. And there's going to be some Saparis as well to join the Automachiki and throw TNT. And we'll have the Strafniki. And these are going to be used to complement the Chernos that are still going to be alive and to fight in the forest with the Aftos and Sapiri. They got a lot of squad. They're 20 strength. They're not disheartened. They have a PTRD, so these are very, very good. And in phase C, well, maybe I could drop the actual veterancy here and just have a bunch of Gavardia. And you know what? We'll take Gavardia DP here. They'll have long range anti-tank rifle if for some reason we need them, but they have 2 machine guns. So this is going to be useful near the end of the game, where it's going to be a lot of long range engagement of the enemy pushing everything he's got and we having to suppress them. So this is going to be good for that. And the Gavardia here for the first phase A and phase B, they have 2 PPSH squads. So I mean, not squad, rifles. They have 2 in their group, so I think that's going to be a little bit better. They have nice grenade as well, so tanks are going to be wary of coming too close, whereas these PTRD, you're not that scared of that. But yeah, so yeah, so we're going to take the T-34E for phase A. This is going to be nice to push with. We're going to take 6 or 12, 9, 6. These tanks are not that great, but they can kill Panzer IVs. They're good anti-medium tank, I found. And I think 6 is gonna be enough. But they're really cheap. We could bring a ton of them. So let's bring in B. Let's bring them in B phase with 12. And then we have the KV-85 we're going to bring in C phase. You can't take them in C phase, but I'm going to use them in C phase. And then we can get a tank leader, either the KV-1 with 3 or the... Oh, that's an IS-1. Oh, well, we'll take the IS-1. Who wouldn't, right? This is a good tank there. We're going to have to be careful not to lose it too soon, so we're probably not going to use it in phase A, but then maybe B or C is going to be good for that. And it's a maybe I should remove these and take these instead for phase B, and with added to add veterancy to my tanks. But then that leaves phase A pretty weak. We'll see what they have in anti-tank, but the description was saying they didn't have much, so we'll look at that later. Here we're gonna have some Ogno Michiki. We're gonna have some machine guns. These are gonna be good for the taking flags at first. We could take squad of these as well, seeing as we have a lot of Chernos, but I enjoyed the fact that the Chernos will retreat. It saves them. When they're suppressed too much, they retreat. They get their suppression that damage. They reduce their suppression. Then they come back to fight with full strength, so that's pretty good. And here we're going to take some SG-43. I like to have a lot of machine guns, so we'll keep them like that. We'll take the usual Studebaker supply in phase B to supply our mortars and repair our tanks and whatnot. We will take these as a supplement to the ones we already have. And I guess we'll take a commander as well, because we do have a lot of officers. 39 points left. We got all of this. Yeah, they don't have much here, but they do have good stuff. Like these guys, I like. There we go. And just to boost a little bit, phase A. There you go. We could take a squad of PTRS, kill early infantry, rush, but we'll remove them if we don't have enough here. So anti-air is weak. Good Christ, we'll take one in phase B. 45 points. Just look at 5. C'est 8. So we'll take some mortars here and here. And I think that's going to be it. I'd like to get the off map. And that's the 122mm HE. But let's take planes first and foremost. Ooh. Ooh. That is good. That is good. They have good planes, that's for sure. I'm gonna need to make space for that, so I'm sorry, dude. We'll remove you. And oh, that is good as well. 200 kilogram HE bombs that will kill anti-tanks units, machine guns. But I need another squad of fighters. Then it's starting to get expensive now. What could we sacrifice for more planes? And what planes do we actually need more? We could take the Yak 9B with the same bombs, although the Yak 9B is really fragile. You can see resilience is bad, whereas the IL-2 is very good. They were nicknamed the tank of the skies. And so I am tempted on taking these, but they only have 2, whereas these one got 4 in phase B, 6 in phase C, and this guy you can have 4, either 1, 2, or 4. But these are sure to get the job done. Oh, this one. Oh, this one's got 4 bombs and more availability. I think we're gonna take this, guys. Oof. 9 in phase C. If we do manage to get to phase C, this is gonna be a killer. Oh, I don't have any more points. We were choosing which tank we wanted. This is good because this sometime will not reach target. This will always reach target, and it might survive to tell the tale as well. So actually, yeah, we'll take this one in phase A, and then these in phase B. I really want this one as well in phase C. Phase A could be good as well, just to help out while the enemy doesn't have much. What can we sacrifice? I guess we could sacrifice the Dozor. That gives us 2 points there. Because with the amount of infantry we have, we will have good eyes on the field. What else could we remove that costs 1 point? We play balance, so maybe we can remove phase A recon. That's 3 points, and that's going to be used with them for phase A. Am I really going to buy all that of planes in phase A? I don't think so. Phase C, though. Well, as time goes by, I probably won't have time to get 9 of them. 6 is a good number for phase B support. To use this one, though, I need line of sight. And this is going to be very dangerous to use those planes in phase A because I got no anti-aircraft, and if the enemy is German, they have Focke-Wulf, I'm not going to be able to use these. So maybe I should put these in phase C just to make sure I can fight against the air spam enemy, because right now if the enemy use air spam, I'm not going to be able to fight them. And these use ammo quick. And they're fragile, so they're not going to be real good. Although I could take them in phase C, but by then it's, the game could be over. We'll remove this, remove this. We'll take these one in phase A, just because at 485 kilometer an hour, they're much faster than the IL-2, so much better to escape the enemy. We could take these in phase B. That's 2 of them, that will surely kill stuff. But I'd really want maybe this in phase C then. This in phase C. So I'm sure that I can destroy tanks, because these tanks, this one is great. These are great as well. But if the enemy brings Panthers on the field and things like that, I'm gonna have a really hard time to fight. But that's gonna be 4 points investment now. I'm gonna need to remove a lot. How much are these? 3 points? I need my machine guns. Maybe these aren't that needed. I mean, I don't take them for the flames anyway, but I do have 6 of them here. So now I need to remove one thing that cost. It's gonna be the snipers. Sorry. Someone is calling, but they'll have to wait. And so then I can take these in phase B. There you go. So yeah, so now we can take one more. So it's gonna be in the artillery tab. We could take mortars in phase A, or we could take the off maps. I find the off maps are a good answer to enemy off map. I guess it's good to have. I don't really like to use these much, but they could be useful. I've never successfully used these before. Like, put some off map, then do a run to surrender the enemy. I usually use them counter off map. That's what I do. Phase C. Why phase C? Well, let's be honest. I often survive until phase C. And they're cheap. 3 of them multiplied by, oh, they got 4 use. So that's 12 off map I'll be able to use. That's ridiculous. In C phase. Or I could use 8 in B phase, which is probably more. Yeah, that's probably more reasonable. This I can remove, I think. With all the planes, the anti-tank planes I have, like let's use mortars in phase A. There you go. They'll come in nice trucks as well. There you go. Maybe I could remove this guy and take more. I do have two Yak 9B. I don't really. Well, tanks are good for infantry support. And if the enemy's got a lot of small vehicle, it could be good to have them rather than leadership in phase B, which I already have here. All right, I'll do that. I'll just check my phone real quick. It's my finance, it's my taxes, guys. Anyway, this is the group we'll be using. 26 guard video. So in phase A is gonna be this to push, well, not necessarily push, but to take a lot of grounds. Put some meat on the front line. We'll use the Gavardia to hold key position. These to go into the forest and give some trouble to the enemy if they, or maybe even as a reaction unit. So the enemy push somewhere, I react with the Avtos and officer, 3-star Avtos, 2-star Gavardia. If I got this combat, uh, these are gonna be 3-star Gavardia. And I'm gonna use the T-34 to help support the Chernos and the Gavardia to hit kill light vehicle. This one I'm gonna try to use late in the game, but it's gonna be a magic card I'm gonna be using in case. I could also use it close to my ZSU, to put some veterancy on these. With the Ugnomichiki and the snipers, oh, these are in phase B. Oh well, the Ugnomichiki and the machine guns are gonna rush for flags early in the game. The SG-43 are gonna be able to solidify the position I've conquered, or solidify my defense, and just kind of like fill the gap so I don't have to use all my infantry to make a stable front line. I'll just use machine guns. I'm gonna be using these small anti-tank just because of numbers. They are good. They don't have range, but anyway, you don't want to engage these at range, so they'll be there to ambush. And yeah, unfortunately, we only have this for anti-air, but I think they're gonna do the job in phase B. I'm gonna put them together, maybe like in groups of 4, and at least whatever the enemy launch at us in terms of plane, this will kill them. 4 of these, probably vetted as well. This will kill anything that comes, and I'm gonna be able to bait the enemy fighters with my fighters towards these. Mortars gonna be using smoke a lot. These are gonna be important, and lots of off map just in case. And yeah, let's hope these do the jobs in terms of anti-tank. The Yak 9Bs are really fragile though, so I am gonna use the IL-2 for if the enemy has a bigger anti-aircraft presence on the field. Although these needs eyes, and this is why this deck has recon, I'm sure, but you can't get everything right. So I think this is gonna be a good deck. Well, there you have it, people. I will see you with the next video on the battlefield. Hope this helps you if you're new. And yeah, see you later.